Legendary streamers respond to assumptions about them, featuring Hassan, ValkyRae, and Ludwig. All right, this I'll put on 1.25. I'll put on 1.25, man. You know I got y'all, man. You know I got y'all. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I used to touch grass. It's true.
So you want to make an impact, and your body doesn't quit. When is enough impact? Is there a line where you've impacted enough?
No.
I can't live like this. Like, I have to really focus on health. You feel like you're falling apart, dying slowly, inside and out.
Miss
I went
ValkyRae in
into
the building
with him, and let's just say he's not Jersey Drake.
Oh.
All of y'all have been on I Spent a Day With before. Can y'all just talk about your experience on I Spent a Day With and what the reception was like from your audience?
It was not a day, and I felt a little upset about that.
Anthony Padilla's a liar and didn't want to get food with me after.
That's messed up. That's actually messed up. I didn't even ask. He asked me to get food after.
I mean, he was probably busy.
Yeah, where's he right now?
Lined up. Like, I'm sure he like records a lot of these episodes in one day.
That's really interesting that you say that, because he DM'd me at like 25 minutes before showing up to this thing, where he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not gonna be there."
Yeah.
Did he tell you that he wasn't
today?
He told me last night he wouldn't be here. He's a swindler.
He is a bit of a swindler.
But he's cute, so we're here anyway.
I know. It's just like, God, I'm such a...
Bro, I don't know what it is about content creators, bro. But we are really hard to schedule with. And that is something I've experienced with a lot of content creators trying to coordinate shit. We are just, tough to schedule with.
Just sucker for a pretty face. It's messed up.
God. You know, I was a little worried about this episode because I was going to be between these guys.
The thing is, I only listen to women, so I won't be listening to you for this entire show. And I'm going to listen to you, and you guys are going to listen to us, legendary streamers, talk about assumptions.
Lady Mel says, do they even sleep? Also, do they sometimes walk around in life and forget that they're not streaming?
This guy doesn't sleep.
That's not true.
This girl doesn't sleep.
Do you sleep?
Yeah, 8 hours a night.
I have to sleep. I'm old.
I sleep.
You're not old, no.
8 hours.
Wait, how old is ValkyRae? She's 32? Oh, shit. Hey, man, Filipinas age well. No cap.
So lame. I hate you. I hate that I could tell you thought about it and you're like, you can hold it back.
It was one of those things where it's better if you just move past it. And you just
you're so young. You're so young.
You stayed there. You're old. You are old. You are so old.
You guys are both north of 30.
Funny.
You're both north of 30.
I know,
Okay,
and you're
okay.
close.
Oh
you're
gosh.
so
We're gonna
close.
start talking about age.
You're gonna be 30 soon.
One thing I learned
awesome.
is that we need to have good sleep.
It's an old ass panel, yo. And this right here. These some of the vets in the game for real, man. These are the Udonis Haslams of the content creation game, bro.
To perform and do better for our other work. So I have to sleep. And I love sleeping. It's like, I'm off.
Well, the second part of this was, do you ever feel like you're streaming when you're not live? And I have called groups of people chat by accident, which is very embarrassing.
Do I ever forget that I'm streaming? No, but do I ever dream that I'm streaming? Yes.
Dude.
Ew.
That's so embarrassing.
You have dreams?
Yo, hey, bro. Streamers gotta touch grass, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. There has to be a time limit as to how long you can stream. If you are streaming so much, because I know Hassan streams like 10-hour days, 7 days a week. Maybe it's less than that. I don't know. If you stream so much that when you go to sleep, you are streaming in your sleep, bro, we gotta fix something here, bro. We gotta fix something here.
Seems like you're streaming?
You don't have to say everything out loud on this.
Boy, I thought we were clarifying assumptions.
Well, it's like the dream.
Wait, that's so...
Are you banning someone?
Oh my god!
No, you guys
Are you
wanna
fighting
know?
with viewers in your dreams?
Yeah.
That's... Okay,
No, I'm not even...
like...
I'm having really long, complicated, fact-based, empirical, evidence-based arguments in my dream. I'm not even kidding. I do that all the time. It's probably really sad. Why did I admit that? You're right.
Look at ValkyRae's face. Hey, look at her face. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to getting caught up in this content shit, bro. And that's why I will never, ever, ever really dive into social commentary and political content like that, bro. Specifically to this degree, hell no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Bro. Because I feel like at that point, you're not even... The way Hassan is describing it, he's not even like... like it's entertainment for him. Like he just wants to win a debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
No, that's lit. That's lit.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm a little worried about you. Like, are you sure it's even a dream or was this real life?
No, it's definitely. But I sometimes I wake up and I'm like, damn, that was a really good argument. I should remember that. So it's like I feel like my brain is working. Even when I'm sleeping, my brain is like I'm contributing to like the content for the day.
Outside of stream, do y'all censor yourselves more, or like think about like, do you have the terms of service just like constantly around your head, or do you feel like can just separate that once you get off stream?
I think offline. Or like online, you have to be very cognizant about personal information. I think that's the biggest thing. And so like offline, you can talk more freely, but I still even get scared, like sending a text with like an address or like a Discord message.
Same.
Yeah, I'm extra cautious about what I'm saying. Like what can be shown, like even if I'm not recording and stuff, like I, looking around before I like type in an address or something, so.
Because you've had stuff like leak before.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Stuff leaks all the time. I also like realized, for example, yesterday I was recording and I started talking in terms, like streaming terms. And I also realized how desensitized I am because I described my voice as a rotting, depressed teenager is how I described the sound of my voice. And I had like a bunch of normies around me.
You're doing it right now. You said normies.
Yeah, normies, like people that don't stream or
Right.
like just outside of like the streaming culture. And I
Call them
realized like that's
civilians.
such a horrible thing to say. To, like,
Normies? Bro. They calling not what's the Harry Potter term for humans? Fucking what is it? Oh my god, muggles. Oh my god, bro. Streamers got a muggle term for fucking non-streamers? Yo. You're a muggle.
like normal people that
Yeah.
touch grass. And the looks that they gave me when I said that was, they were so concerned. And I realized
Because they're like real humans who are like, dude, why is she so mean to herself?
yeah, I was like, why did I say that? I was like, that's so cringe. Don't ever say that. So
Streamers use a lot of terms that are endemic to streaming. And if they say it in real life, it's cringe. But when Kai does it, it's cool. He taught a generation about Riz.
But Riz isn't a streaming term.
It kind of came from Kai, though. And Phantom Tax, that's a streaming term. But when I say
no, none
poggers
of
at the
those-
grocery store, I'm a freak.
yeah,
Two different
saying
reasons.
pog in
One-
real life is crazy.
Kai is cool and you're not. So there's that. You're lame.
First off, Madge.
Okay, thank you for proving my point. Those are not endemic to streaming. Those are normal concepts. The Phantom Tax is a pre-existing concept that has existed in the fat boy sphere for a very long time. It's just been repurposed.
Yo, Hassan, shut the fuck up, bro. Are you politicizing the Phantom Tax term? Bro, oh my, is this what your dreams sound like? What is going on, bro? What is going, what did he just say? What did he just say, bro, to explain what the Phantom fucking Tax is? Hold on.
My point. Those are not endemic to streaming. Those are normal concepts. The Phantom Tax is a pre-existing concept that has existed in the fat boy sphere for a very long time. It's just been
fat boy
repurposed into
sphere.
Phantom taxing his friends. So now it's known as the Phantom Tax.
I
But,
think
but you're not a fat guy, so you don't know.
I used
As
to
a
be.
fat boy, do not steal fat valor.
Oh, you're
Don't even
guarding
do
it. You're gatekeeping fat
Yes,
Valley.
I'm gatekeeping it. Don't try to steal fat. But what's that? Are you gonna get in on this? Or are you gonna be like, I was fat too?
No, I was super skinny.
Yeah. At least you're honest. Thank you. You dishonest. But yeah, no, that concept is like a concept that existed. Riz is like charisma. It's just
but like, okay.
You could just tell that Hassan like debates too much. He's a well actually type of dude, bro.
those are
Poggers is just something cool.
I don't think I use any of those terms. Like I'm such a boomer from day one. Like I was so normie when
You
I
never
first
said pog in front of a person that doesn't watch streams.
No. I rarely say pog. When I say it as a joke on stream sometimes, but even then it's like super rare. I don't use emotes. I don't really watch a lot of streams in general. I don't watch Twitch streams. I don't watch YouTube streams at all. One, because I don't have time. Two, when the limited moments that I'm not online, I like to consume, more professional content, I guess. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, no, straight up.
That's actually W.
What? What do you don't watch streams? You watch streams as market research.
I watch streams every day.
I watch streams every day.
I literally got a Twitch recap and it said I watch streams 366 days of the year.
Who's your number one stream character? Where was I on the list?
What's the next assumption?
Wow.
Streamers are constantly paranoid that they haven't ended their stream.
I accidentally went live when I was trying to record
Oh my
something.
gosh.
Luckily, the cam was off, but it was it was so traumatic. I never up.
I will say this, bro. It's one of those things. The first time you do it, you just it's a sense of like you self-violated yourself. You know what I'm saying? There was one time, bro. Whatchamacallit? We raided someone on Let's Keep It a Buck. I forgot who we raided. But for those who don't know, after you raid someone, you still need to end stream. There was one time we raided someone, and I didn't end stream. And luckily, we wasn't talking about anything crazy, you know, post-stream. You know what I'm saying? But, and not that we were going to. It might have just been a personal, you know, we had to talk about business, actually, you know, say some real numbers and shit like that. But, bruh, that's, once it happens to you, you get real scared, bro. Because certain conversations are not meant for the public. And it's not even on some cancel culture type shit. It's just, I literally may ask for Sage's address. Yo, Sage, I need your fucking address. And he's about to say his address, and oh shit, no one's supposed to know Sage's address. Like, that type of shit. Or, let's say Damo, Damo's about to miss Thursday because of some personal shit, and he tells us what that personal shit is, and now that's out in the public. Like, bro, I definitely had this paranoia, bro, for real.
Uploaded this video, but it was supposed to be a draw my life video. And so I was trying to record like my life story.
Did they hear the audio?
They heard the audio.
It's so embarrassing.
It was so cringe. I
you're
go
so
live,
cringe.
the camera's off, it's just a black screen, and I'm just reading my life story. And then I look at chat, just Bible thumps.
Yeah.
Like,
What an avant-garde stream she's doing today.
yeah,
you're cringe.
It was rough.
I've never had that problem.
Well, it's because you're always live, so you can never accidentally go live.
Well, I guess that's true. It's just like I have a very, it's very formulaic. So it's just
You got your ritual.
usually, 11 a.m. I sit in front of the computer and I turn on OBS.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is
Yeah.
a sunny 64 degrees
do that.
here in Los Angeles, and I'm pretending to chew nicotine gum.
Oh, that's nice. you watch my streams.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, okay.
Streamers are incredibly wealthy and now no longer relatable because of it.
Obviously every streamer isn't wealthy, so generalizing all streamers as wealthy people I think is crazy. But I do think the question is directed towards the Hassans of the world, obviously the Ludwigs of the world, and the ValkyRaes of the world. And I honestly made a video about this. Bro. It's an interesting conversation because when your favorite content creator was coming up, there was just like me and you. And for a lot of your favorite content creators, they made content and talked about shit that you could relate to because of the fact that they aren't rich yet. They're on the come up. But once they get on that come up, the shit that they talk about is not relatable to you. Hey, I know y'all spamming my name. If I count as one of the rich motherfuckers, that's fine. But nevertheless, once you get to a certain level, the things that you talk about on stream, you can't even relate to anymore because, hey man, yeah, my AMG broke down today and I had to go to the shop and pay $30,000. What the fuck am I supposed to say to that? Oh, facts, bro. Like, I know what that's like. Yeah, just call this dude. You'll be fine. Kai, what? My bad, your AMG broke. That's tough. Like, that's literally all I can fucking say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, chat, I just got off this call for a $5 million brand deal with this makeup company. Okay. Word, indeed. I don't know. There's this, I watched a video on this exact topic, and there were these college girls. That became influencers making content about when they were in college. So let's say the girl went to USC, right? Day in the life at USC, preparing for USC finals week or shit like that. By the time she graduated, the finances made sense for her to go full-time into content creation. So she went full-time. But because of the fact that her content was based off of her specifically being a USC student, once she graduated and was doing day in the life of a content creator shit, it just became less relatable. So, nah, I completely agree. To say that they're too wealthy, though, I don't know if that was part of the question. Let me go back.
Okay.
Streamers are incredibly wealthy and now no longer relatable because of it.
I agree. 100%.
Are you rich?
Yeah. Yes, I'm very lucky.
You know what it
Very
reminds
lucky,
me of?
very rich.
It's like comedians. Because like I think streamers are similar to comedians in the sense that early on, it's easy to relate to this person across the screen because they're maybe interested in a similar hobby or video game as you. And then like comedians will get like wealthy, they'll write a new hour of stand-up and then it'll be about their wealthy problems as opposed to like the relatable, you know, struggling through life problems.
Yes.
And then people like them less. And like, so I think Kevin Hart's got a lot of shit for this. And I understand why he gets the shit. And I think the same thing happens to streamers because it's not even like they're writing bits and jokes for an hour. They're just talking about their life and their problems. And my problem was that I went to the Grammys and I spent $500 on hot dogs. And that's like a real thing that happened. I thought it was kind of funny. But like, admittedly, I got to go to the Grammys and I got to spend $500 on hot dogs. Right? Like it's kind of a scam, it's kind of a funny story, but it's a much different issue than I had 6 years ago, which was I bet my last $100 on a game of Mario Party and lost, which I think is more relatable.
I think like ironically, one of the reasons why I have, you know, this is funny to say because everyone's gonna say, Hassan, you're so unrelatable. You love flying in private jets or whatever, which is not true. But my hobby is basically sitting there and getting angry about the news. I don't really have a lot of real world, real life experiences that normally someone who is as wealthy as I am would have. Like, I feel like people in my financial situation are not spending 8 hours a day online.
Online, yeah, they'd be.
So I think that has kept me surprisingly relatable.
I feel like it's hard to see chat as actual people rather than a single entity. It probably feels more like they're talking to one person than it does a crowd.
I feel like there's
Wait, hold on. It's hard to see chat as actual people rather than a single entity. It probably feels more like talking to one person than it does a crowd. Yeah, no, I agree. I ain't gonna lie. My bad, y'all. But you know, I see names pop up. I recognize certain names because the stream is still not big enough. Like I can see a Ken Master in there. You know what I'm saying? I can see a Roman there and recognize specific people. But as a whole, like when I'm talking to chat, I'm talking to one entity. Chat, respond. You know what I'm saying?
As actual people rather than a single entity. It probably feels more like they're talking to one person than it does a crowd.
I feel like there's two different things happening. One is general viewer sentiment, which is expressed via emotes or W's and L's.
It's like when you go to a concert and the artist says, "I love y'all." Bro, Drake is not talking to row 3 seat 11, okay? He is talking to the conglomerate that is the people that attended the show. You see what I'm saying?
Or like lol lamaus. And so there's many people who will spam like a similar thing.
Kick W's.
Yes. And if you see a lot of these things, then it means like you're having a good time or a bad time or whatever. And then there's like certain people who will drop more like
hey, nah, this is actually a W conversation though. These are interesting questions.
Specific messages.
I'm beginning to realize that my experience as a Twitch streamer is very different than like most people.
Well, this is the same with you, right? Like you'll have these people who do these large things, but then you'll have people who write like more specific things, and then you'll hone in on that.
Most of the time, it's people writing specific things in my chat, I would say.
You have like a larger portion.
Significantly more issue, people delivering their perspective on an issue. I don't think that it's a singular entity at all. I actually have a reverse parasocial relationship with my community, I would say, where I do know...
It's true.
I do know, like, frequent chatters and like frequent contributors of the conversation because I do treat it more like I have the opportunity to be inside of an
Yo, ValkyRae's reactions to everything Hassan is saying is priceless. Oh my god. She's like, bro, Hassan, you have a problem.
arena, but then you literally have a direct conversation with...
She looks like a concerned Filipina mom, bro. I've seen my mom give these looks.
Tens of thousands of people at any given moment.
You'll watch him, and then he'll like pull up a chatter's message, and then he'll highlight it for the whole arena to see.
Yeah.
And then he'll read it out, and he'll be like, "Your hair looks bad." And then I'll be like, "Okay, Jordan, 2 years ago you wrote in my chat, my haircut's good." And he'll scroll up and he'll show it, and it's like, "How did you remember that?"
Yeah, it's really bad. I've probably like lost formative memories. I joke about this a lot, but like I probably don't. I don't even know what my first kiss was like because I just have Jordan compiled, ready to go. Like it's just there's too much. There's not enough space for all of the.
It was Haley. We were riding the Yankee Cannonball, and she turned over to me, and I said, "You're the most beautiful girl I ever met," and then she kissed me.
No, I'm lying. It was Humai. I forget what her last name is, but it was after our like extra school.
Hassan. Okay, not that ass Hassan, bro. No cap, no troll, bro. You need help. That ass, bro. You need to stream less, because you've already made a shit ton of money. You need to stream less so that when you go to bed, your dreams are not made up of streaming. Your dreams aren't you streaming, for one. And for 2, you are losing core memories because you are so focused on coming up with counter arguments to a Jordan Peterson podcast that released 13 hours ago. Hassan. Now, deadass, it was funny at first, but I'm genuinely concerned for this dude. Like, deadass, I am genuinely concerned for Hassan, bro. What the fuck is going on?
In Turkey in 8th grade.
Mine was 8th grade too.
Good.
Wait, what was yours?
She probably had like a cool child.
What was your first kiss?
My first kiss.
Was it at the GameStop?
It's like in 1st grade.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
First grade?
That's what I mean. She's like, she's cool. We
First
are
Well,
not.
grade?
I kissed the guy because he
okay.
brought cupcakes.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah.
And
Was
that,
it, wait, like full, like, are we, because my first kiss was like full tongue.
Ew.
Yeah.
in the 8th grade? What
Yeah.
the fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with
we
you?
French kids.
Look at ValkyRae's face. They were just looking at Hassan like, what is wrong with you? There is something wrong with you, bro. There is something wrong with this dude, bro.
What the hell?
It was French kiss.
Did he bring the cupcakes for you? Or just
No,
did
it
he
was
bring...
for class.
That's embarrassing.
Why'd you-
That's actually so embarrassing.
I don't know.
What was his
Cupcake.
reaction?
He freaked out, got in trouble, had timeout, and
He got time
he
out.
got timeout, and I remember his nose was like, you know how he's standing in the corner? So someone opened the door and it pinched his nose. Which, yeah, I'll never forget.
Ray and Ludwig miss Twitch.
I miss Twitch in some ways, specifically because I feel like Twitch has this emote culture. It's like my favorite thing that I miss about Twitch is just how you look at chat and everyone is just
Hey, spam up the emo chat. I'm never leaving Twitch. Unless there's a bag, like crazy bag, but spam up the emotes.
expressing how they feel via emotes. But on YouTube, we don't really have that emote culture. And so people type how they feel. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of just reading, like, you know, how people feel out
The
loud.
bounce
It's just
emote?
so different. Like, I don't know. It felt like less serious on Twitch.
I think the community is less engaged, and it's more
Yeah.
like you are operating a business with a revolving door on YouTube, as opposed to Twitch, which is like a regular ass door, and they get in and they sit their ass down and they're there for the show. But YouTube will be like people pop in for a bit,
emotes,
like,
chat,
"What's up,
W emotes."
Ray?"
Or someone will be like, pop in, I don't.
So do you miss Kick and YouTube? Bro, there was a stretch where I streamed on Kick for like 2 streams just to see what the vibe was like. I mean, it's cool. I think with Kick, though the problematic streamers have ruined the reputation of that platform, but there are like just normal ass streamers on there. You know what I'm saying? And I do think the concept of getting 95% of your sub split is great in theory. And I've even looked at the new program that they got, bro. Apparently, if you average like 100 concurrent, you can get paid like $20 an hour. I think that's how the new program works. I'm like, yo, what? Okay. So I mean, Kick is doing good things. But YouTube, I think ultimately it just depends on the content that you make. You know what I'm saying? And I think for variety streamers, I think for gaming streamers, like Ludwig and ValkyRae, YouTube is not the most optimal platform for them because, hey, Sage will tell y'all, and I will tell y'all as well, the YouTube motherfuckers are fickle, dog. When they subscribe to a channel, they want one thing and one thing only. That is also why motherfuckers have been asking me, yo, Souls, why do you have 5 different channels? That is exactly why I have 5 different channels. Every single point of interest that I got needs to have his own channel, because even if the format changes, y'all are so fickle that you will not watch his new formatted ass video. That's why Let's Keep It a Buck is his own thing. That's why Souls and Sage is his own thing. That's why my B-Soul channel is his own thing, even though they are all talking about basketball. Y'all are so fickle when it comes to the content that y'all watch that if it deviates in any form, I don't like this, I'm leaving. But for streams like what I'm doing, for the shit that ValkyRae and Ludwig are doing, I personally think they would succeed more on Twitch. Now, Hassan, because of the fact that he covers news specifically, because of the fact that he covers a lot of political news that people search on YouTube for, and he doesn't really deviate from his format as much, I would actually argue that Hassan would benefit a lot from going to YouTube. I would argue that. And I think from a viewer perspective, because Hassan is fine on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? He's already established something here, and he's making millions of dollars on Twitch. So it may be on some if it ain't broke, don't fix it type shit. And I also think because he watches news, the copyright system on Twitch is less harsh than on YouTube. So actually, I might take it back. Hassan, if that's an issue for Hassan, stay on Twitch. But in a vacuum, if he can get off the exact same content that he can on Twitch, on YouTube, I think his viewership would do much better on YouTube. But that's just me, though.
I don't like this game. When are you going to play this game? I'll come back in a few days, kind of thing.
Oh, they do that on Twitch too, still.
But I think people on Twitch
yeah,
get it a
but-
bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on Hassan's stream. Was it when he was talking about the 9 to 5 shit? Did I make his TikTok? Or did the TikTok make a stream?
It's a whole different culture on YouTube. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't get what
Yeah.
we go through.
You don't
Excuse
know what
me.
it's like.
I assume that over time they grow numb to the hate, having seen the same old hate comments towards them.
Oh yeah, I'm insanely desensitized. Really.
What hate comments do you get? Don't go.
Oh, he gets a ton of hate.
No, he doesn't.
He
Like
gets
what?
so much hate.
Like
Right?
what?
Okay, well, don't go too hard.
Go ahead. What are some hate comments you get?
Well, I think what I've realized is that no one is exempt from hate. Like people you think are universally
They
liked are
are.
never universally liked.
Oh, shit.
And so like you can't please everybody. I get people who hate me and say mean stuff sometimes. Sometimes I get in spats, and then there's like an overwhelming amount of hate. But I think ultimately it just, in one ear out the other. I can't put too much focus on it.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, I'm the opposite. I put all the focus on the hate I get.
that's not entirely true. Because like in my line of work, obviously like credibility is important because I'm not just like, making like fun content, right? And so a lot of people have realized that there's a good opportunity to just be like, oh, he's not actually credible. Like before it would be like, oh, he has a house or whatever. Things that you would never even think twice about that are ridiculous. But now people will be like, oh, he's actually wrong all the time. He's wrong on this. He's wrong on that. And it's oftentimes from people who don't even have like a political opinion at all or hide their political perspective, but will like try to do that. So there are things that I have to address, which I know gets repetitive, but
Do
beyond
you have
that,
to address it? Because like I do think you're easily baited in.
you're right about that. I definitely am.
That's my main problem with Hassan. He has to debate every single person in his chat. He can't ignore the toxic comments or move on. Yeah, I think that's why he looks stressed too. Like literally, look at his face, bro. It feels like Hassan just goes live because it's his line of work. And his job is to debate people. And I never want to get to that point where I go live to just debate with my chat. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounds miserable, especially about extremely serious topics. Like he's talking about the economy, international war, you know what I'm saying? Racial issues, like all power to those people who make that type of content, but that is just not for me. You know what I'm saying? As crazy as it sounds, like me creating content is a form of escapism for me. It is a form of escapism for me. Like I want to go on stream and have fun. I do not want to go on stream and talk about more serious shit. But all respect to those who do it good though. Souls can't debate. That's why. That too, bro. I'll be honest. I suck at debating. I genuinely suck at debating. Like I'm more so of a, let's have a conversation. But if I make a certain point and you about to grill me for it for 40 straight minutes, I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. You got it. It is what it is.
In many fields of battle, because you'll get baited by a chatter, a tweeter, a YouTuber, and you'll respond to all of them. And I feel like some you could be right if it's gaining some traction, could be worth responding to. But I think others you're just getting caught in the heat of the moment.
I have tuned a lot of that out. So when I do actually respond to something, because of the frequency of it, it probably comes across like I'm responding to it all the time. Holy shit, he's constantly in drama or whatever. But it's
You're saying
actually
it's happening to a much higher magnitude, and you're
yeah.
actually ignoring a lot.
Yes, I'm ignoring 90% of it, and the 10% that I do respond to, because it's so frequent, comes across as like very commonplace that I'm doing it. But you're absolutely correct. One thing that I did early on that was a big mistake for my career was I thought people will be charitable if I sit down and unpack something. And I realized that no, that doesn't matter at all. To the people that make up their minds about a certain thing, you can't really shake them off that position.
Ranch Dubois said,
that's
I assume that they consider frequent streaming collaborators as coworkers rather than friends.
Do you
That's
think
a great assumption.
you can be friends with another streamer forever and ever?
I definitely have made some forever friends through streaming.
Am I one of them?
Admittedly,
Yikes.
no. Yes. Admittedly, yes.
No, it's too late, bro.
No,
We paused for 8 years.
Well, it's because I was thinking about being honest or not.
Oh
like,
my god! And I settled on lying.
Oh,
no,
that's awesome.
No, but it's just we actually hang out in real life.
Do you guys? Because
outside-
I never hang out. He doesn't.
You were always streaming.
Check this guy out.
I did.
Like, we invited you. You just don't touch grass. Stop streaming and maybe we can fucking hang out, bro.
Swat it away. Say no to drugs. This is why we don't hang out. Drugs have changed you.
So you feel like you have made lifelong friendships?
Yes, I have, but I have made collabed with a lot of content creators and streamers that I feel like have stayed like coworkers. You know what I mean? Like,
Let's run down the list. Close.
you're insane.
It's funny that you're saying that. I don't know a single person that I've collaborated with that I don't see as a friend, but simply as a coworker.
There has to be someone you've collabed with that's like more of an acquaintance.
I also think you
No.
might be using the term friend loosely.
Yeah.
I guess for me, friend
I'm
is
thinking
like,
like a best friend, like someone that you can talk to about personal stuff.
and then I'll,
I think with the shit that we do, chat, you it's kind of like when you're in school, chat, and there's certain friends, there's certain people in school that are just school friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're cool in third period, you be joking, you be having conversations in third period, but outside of third period, you don't really talk with them for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't hit you up after school. You don't hang out. You know, you don't really chill for real. But in that third period, y'all might even be best friends in third period. But then there's this next level of friendship where it's like, all right, I can tell you personal shit. I can be more myself around you. If I need help with something, I can call you and you will genuinely go out there and help me. And I think with content, bro, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. I think for me, Damo, Omar, and Sage, and some of the people on the production staff, we are legitimately friends. We are legitimately friends. We have talked about personal shit before. And in my wedding, I am planning to make them my groomsmen, best men, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I think we've definitely crossed that threshold, crossed that line. But there's like a couple of names that like, okay, we're cool, but we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk outside of content shit. We collaborate, but we don't really talk outside of this shit. Like, I'll be honest, like a guy like Dom 2K, shout out to Dom. Dom, great guy. We definitely have had content conversations before. You know, we've definitely collaborated a decent amount of times, and I would consider him a friend. But if I had to choose between more of an acquaintance and a friend, if I got to know him more, maybe, you know, this off season we go to Vegas, we kick it and we chill and we have different conversations. Maybe that sentiment will change, but I'm gonna just keep it a stack. We haven't really had much interactions outside of doing content. You know what I'm saying? Maybe playing 2K All-Star Team Up here and there, but that was like 3 years ago when we used to do that shit offline. But yeah, there's just levels to it. You know, there's just levels to it.
Outside of content.
Because it's really hard to keep relationships going with many people. So we're gonna rip this, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your birthday, I went to your birthday thing.
Wow, yeah, because I thought we were friends.
Dude, I went to your birthday thing. It was literally last month.
Yeah.
It was...
That makes it so much worse because it's close in proximity to like.
You met my mom.
Oh, dude, your mom's so sweet. Yeah, that was January. It was January
8th.
8th.
I was gonna say 12th,
Eighth.
so I was gonna be wrong.
You're-
But
You
that's pretty
were-
close.
Yeah.
And then yours is, you have Leo energy. I'm gonna go July 27th.
Leo.
That's insane.
Wait, you were close.
July 25th.
Dude.
You were actually close.
And what's my birthday, you
I
bitches?
actually have no idea when his birthday is.
What's my birthday?
Your birthday is July
in July?
19th.
6th.
Close.
The fuck?
Close.
I have your birthday written down on my calendar, though.
I do have your birthday in my calendar.
Yeah.
But I bring this birthday thing up to say that a friend to me is somebody who I will make the effort to reach out with and keep the relationship going. For me, I separate friends and streamer friends. And I think they're
Okay.
two separate things. And I think they can bleed over, but I think I'll find that out when I retire from streaming.
Ooh, you're gonna retire?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna retire for sure. Are you not? Are you gonna do it till when you're 80?
It's yeah.
Really?
I think so.
When
I
will
think
you
there's
retire?
always gonna be a game, and if I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna stream it.
You're gonna be straight up 80.
Streaming till you're 80, chat? I'm good. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm good. If I'm doing the same shit for 50, like, if her content doesn't evolve, that's kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie. But
80 years old.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Granny Ray.
Granny Ray.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
it's
you
just,
know the answer for my side.
And you're also gonna stream until you're 80?
I'm
really?
I
I mean, your field, like, you can do that.
It gets better with age.
Oh my god,
Why?
dude! I would retire.
oh yeah, Hassan is good. Hassan's fine because he does political shit. And the older you are, if anything, the more credibility you got when it comes to that shit. Like in the political sphere, if you're young, they're just about to, you're too young to be talking about this shit type shit. But the older that you get, the less they can gatekeep you within that field. But with gaming and like challenge content, I mean, I don't know. Rome said, I mean, she's already old. I mean, having a retirement home full of ValkyRae watchers is crazy. Father Time will get his first loss. I guess that's the thing I'm trying to visualize, chat. Is let's say ValkyRae's 80, right? She's 80, she's streaming. She's, I don't know, streaming a cozy-ass game. Who would be watching that shit? And now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, we are the same people that already consume this type of content. We will probably age with her. So as crazy as it sounds, there's probably going to be 65, 70-year-old people that have been watching gaming content their whole life. That is just another piece of content that they can consume. 80-year-old ValkyRae. I don't know, bruh. Will her audience still be the same age, or will they age with her? That's what that would be my biggest question. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it gonna be a revolving door for her audience, where like, maybe that's the case now, where her content is specifically catered for 20-year-olds. So the older that she gets, if she's making content for 20-year-olds, I doubt a 20-year-old will find an 80-year-old streaming entertaining. But if her audience does actually grow with her, then it might. I don't know. That's an interesting question though.
Within the next, I'm gonna try her in the next 5
I mean,
years.
I don't think I'm gonna have like a contract forever, but I think I'll do it casually, like how I have before.
I will
Stream
be
for
gone.
fun.
Nobody will know where I am. I'll be on a mountain.
But we're gonna be friends, so we'll know which mountain.
You'll be able to come to my mountain.
Yeah, we'll go to the
Of course.
mountain.
I'll come to my mountain. Well, no, bad Assad.
No.
This one comes from Jar Jar. Ludwig needs a financial advisor because he keeps getting scammed.
Oh wow.
Jar Jar, first off, eat shit and die. Second off, I don't. I'm cool with getting scammed because
it
I'd rather
Cardiac?
get scammed 100 times and never lose faith in humanity than get scammed.
Yo, Cardiac, if you haven't watched this video, watch this video, bro. I think you'll like it. A lot of interesting questions being asked.
And become cold and callous. And I've also respectfully made enough money, and I have it in a bank that I could lose everything I have, and I'll be fine. I'll live off that, and I'll make a bakery, and I'll make a bread, and I'll sell my bread, and I'll make money doing that.
Tell
He
me where
likes
the bank
getting
is.
scammed
I'm gonna
for
scam
content.
you. Yeah. He does make content out of it.
And those videos do well.
Yeah, and well, usually they make it back, except for when I got scammed out of 100K. That one definitely was tough.
Mike at Night says, I assume Hassan wishes he had even more impact than he does currently.
That's true, 100%. Yeah, I do. A lot of people.
What that mean?
I'm just one person,
What that mean?
but I have a massive community. And what that means is, in the more like, I guess, marketable moments, like what that means is we are able to fundraise so quickly and so expediently for important causes that I care about, that my community cares about, and that's really good. But beyond that, my goal always has been, since day one, to change the. Why are you laughing?
Because you did the Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh my God.
Day one.
Yeah. No, my goal has been, since I started this, my goal has been to change people's minds, have them become more charitable to others, have them become more charitable to perspectives that they were unfamiliar with. And I feel like that's valuable because it gets a lot more people to start really understanding why they feel the way that they do, or why things don't ever change, and all these structural hurdles that they must overcome. And
I'll say this. I commend Hassan from this front. He definitely got a North Star when it comes to the streaming shit, when it comes to this content shit. I think a lot of streamers, they just want to live life the way that they want to live life and make money living the life that they want to live, if that makes sense. I think Hassan genuinely has a purpose when it comes to creating his content, He treats it like a business. He treats it like a career, as serious as anyone can. And I think that's why he's where it's at. And that's why he is where he's at. So I commend him from that front. I will say that.
And that's
B-Souls, do you care to make a large impact? For me, a large impact, probably not. As selfish as that sounds, probably not. And I think that maybe that's a problematic take, but for me, this is just a job to me. I don't, if it ever gets there, I will handle it. Handle it is crazy. I'll handle that situation when it gets there, if/when I ever get to 5 million, 10 million subs, and I'm at a level of wealth where I should probably take that more seriously. But until I get there, bro, like, my goal is just, I want a job. I want a stable job. I want to provide for my loved ones. I want to provide for my immediate family. And if I can do that, I am straight. I don't think I have a larger purpose, especially for the content that I'm making, than just providing. But
my goal is to get people to basically change their framework.
So you want to make an impact, and your body doesn't quit. When is enough impact? Is there a line where you've impacted enough?
No.
So you want to impact you want to touch everyone.
You want
7 billion people to hear you.
The more I can reach out to a broader audience that will be more interested in understanding, the structural violence of poverty or all of these different forms of oppression, the better they will make their own lives as well. And that actually is a real thing. Like, as far as impact goes, the lesser seen side of the impact that I have, I think, is when, every now and then there will be like an article, like in Lansing, Michigan, the Chipotle store unionized. And it was actually two dudes that were fans of mine. And they started that conversation of unionization after talking to one another. It's stuff like that matters. When I'm able to get people to join local organizations, do mutual aid, do charity, that is what I care about.
Streamers' careers are built on stealing content.
Oh. Oh, shit. Streamers' careers are built off of stealing content. Depends on what that line of stealing is. Because do y'all think, like, when AMP does AMP Love is Blind, or, AMP Love is Blind, is that stealing content? I know they're not streaming content, but just recreating something that already exists. If that's that line for you, I feel like a lot of your favorite content creators don't really reinvent wheels. That's my thing. I feel like a lot of content creators don't really reinvent wheels. They just know what that wheel is and know how to maximize it and maybe tweak it here and there. But there's very far few in between content creators, let alone streamers, that actually reinvent the wheel. And I think the reason for this as well is that streaming, specifically on Twitch, which I do still think when you think of streaming, you think of Twitch, it incentivizes people to go live as long as they can, right? So when Hassan, his living expenses, his way of lifestyle is built off of going live, you know what I'm saying? Going live 5, 6, 7 days a week, 9 straight hours. And I'm telling y'all right now, bro, there are podcasts that I do where, and mind you, this is with 4 people. I'm not even talking the whole time. I genuinely think doing a podcast for 3 straight hours is more tiring than a 6 to 7 hour stream where, like, for 2 of those, you're just watching this long ass video chilling. For 3 of those, you're playing a game. You are talking, but not talking as much as you can because you're focused on this shit and you can rack those hours. I think for gaming streamers, you can't really make this case because at that point, I guess, like, you would really have to reach to say that gaming content is stealing content. But I think this question is more so aimed towards reaction content, and reaction content is an easy way to get them numbers up. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, the reacting stuff. I mean, you guys react a lot. I play a lot of games.
Hey, I'm
People
like,
react to me.
yeah, I think the answer is yes. I did a survey with 30 of the biggest streamers in the world, and I asked them if they steal content or steal ideas.
I was part of that survey.
29 out of 30 said yes.
Two of them are here with you.
Yeah.
in the
Two
survey.
of the legendary streamers are here. 29 out of 30 said yes. The only one who didn't say yes was Tarek, who just streams Valorant all day.
Yeah.
And so I guess there's no real thievery there.
There are good
Yeah.
ways of doing it, and then there are bad ways of doing it. I think we've dealt with the bad ways of doing it many times over. I myself have contributed to bad ways of doing it as well, and throughout that process have changed the way that I react to content. But more often than not, I'm either reacting to straight up news, and it is informative commentary on top of the news, or friends of mine that are making content that love when I react. Having said that, however, yeah, it's there's definitely a theft component to it, because if you're doing it to someone that you don't have an established relationship with, and I myself have definitely engaged in that, and what if they don't like that, or they don't like the way you're reacting to it, then all of a sudden you're in a tricky area.
I mean, let's not mince words. Streamers steal a bunch of shit, bro. It's the Wild West, especially on Twitch because they don't have a content ID system. I think even Kick is worse. There was someone
Kick's
streaming
even worse, yeah.
Someone streamed the Super Bowl last year. There's people who stream
Someone, Aiden
movies.
was
I'm not here to name names.
the phase of Kick was streaming the Super Bowl last
Someone
year.
streams Super Bowl. People stream movies, TV shows, and then watch other YouTube videos. I just try to stick to people who are chill with me reacting,
Same.
like Mr.
Yeah.
Beast and Daily Dose.
Daily Dose
Same.
is
Jet
nice.
Lag. Those are all people that I'm chill with that are like, hey, you can watch it, and then it's like that's all cool.
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
get permission, and it's like, okay. It's transformative content.
Yeah.
This one's for Ray. You talked about people assume that you're not actually a good gamer.
Uh-oh.
I mean, listen. Okay, I've played many games, okay? I've played so many games, and I feel like the benefit of
Is game not providing you the content if they wanted to? I think they take your shit down if gaming companies wanted to. I think that's a Nintendo problem, right? Or at least it used to be back in the day. Specifically with Nintendo, like Nintendo used to copyright people playing their games, which I think is crazy work. But
playing many games is like,
everyone else should be
I know
fine.
how to play a lot of kinds of games. I just think it's made me very mediocre at all of them.
I don't think you're mediocre. I think you're definitely above average.
I'm above average for a lot of games, but
very
like I'll
good.
never be like pro at any game because I diversify the type of games I play.
You're
all the time.
above average at every game you play, and you're very good at certain games.
Wow, thank you so
Ludwig,
much.
on the other hand, is not good at any games, and yet, because he's a man,
What do you say Ludwig for?
people assume he's good at games. I'm just defending him.
Right.
Wow, thank you so much.
Aliens come down to Earth,
Okay.
and they choose you as their
Okay.
opponent.
Okay.
You are able to choose the Battlefield, the video game that you play to save all of humanity. What game do you choose?
Do I get like some time to practice?
You get 1 month,
1 month to practice?
and the aliens come down after that.
I would have to pick tic-tac-toe.
So you're just trying to draw, and then tic-tac-toe, eh? You're actually nasty at Fortnite. I forgot.
Yeah, no, I mean
That's the
Fortnite
one
was
game you
like the
shit on me at
game
Fortnite.
where, yeah, and I do it again.
Okay.
Happily.
Well, let's not get.
I've shit on you in Valorant.
No, you haven't.
Because I've carried you in
If
Valorant.
I constantly practiced a game, I could get so much better. But yeah, Fortnite was like, if I had to pick a game, it'd be Fortnite because I had a lot of practice like that. There was a
Yeah, my game's gonna be 2K, man. Yeah, it's 2K.
period where I only played Fortnite, and then I stopped playing, and now I'm mediocre again.
I think you're a good gamer.
Wow,
One thing-
really?
I assume that despite being very unproblematic, Ray still receives a good bit of flack.
I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just like the regular stuff that girls see online, like just sexist, racist comments that everyone receives. Literally everybody gets like hate like that. I think I've been pretty immune to that now. Like it's been happening. I mean, I've been on the internet for like 10 years now. It's been a very long time. So I've definitely seen it all. And yeah, I think it's a normal amount of hate.
I think if you're
Damn, Chad, I'm in year 8. Unk ass. Damn. I'm in year 8, bro. And I'm still 24 in year 8. Talk about the Jason Tatum of this shit, right? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all took me for granted, but I'm still 24. I'm really the Jason Tatum of YouTube, bro. Like, for real, for real. 8 years and I'm still under 25? Yeah, man. Not saying I'm washed. I'm just starting. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. That's not who you... Cardiac said, shut the fuck up. Had to be JT. He's only 19. When you gonna get a ring? I got a couple conference finals MVPs. You know what I'm saying? I think, hey, these right here? These in the back? Yeah, wait, hold on. Who can really say they got 2? Wait a goddamn minute. Focus, bitch. Oh my God, this is crazy. All right, hold on. Gotta go manual focus. Boom. Who can really say they got two for real? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. But you know, in terms of that ring, to me, chat, a ring. What's a YouTube ring to y'all? I think a YouTube ring is 1 million subs. A YouTube NBA ring is 1 million subs. I still haven't gotten that, man. Still haven't gotten that. I'm still on the hunt. Still on the hunt. Which channel do y'all think is gonna get there first? That may be an interesting conversation. Let's keep it a buck. Souls and Saves my solo shit. I got this new channel. I will say this, bro. If this new channel takes off, / when this new channel takes off, because I'm confident. I think the snowball that it would start, will be the greatest snowball I've ever had in my career, if we can get it to work, / when we get it to work. But out of the 3 more established platforms, probably Souls and Sage will be closer than Let's Keep It a Buck. Cause I just feel like we just create more content that has a higher ceiling than a podcast. I personally feel like on Souls and Sage, every single upload has a higher ceiling to reach a bigger audience than on Let's Keep It a Buck. But everything else, I don't know. Lo said this on playback one day, and it got me thinking, how many NBA creators / YouTubers do you think genuinely have changed the convo of basketball or been seen / heard by multiple coaches, players, and personnel? NBA creators that have changed the convo of basketball. I would say Thinking Basketball is definitely one of them. He said some terms that has become straight normalized ever since he started talking. And I think he's raised the floor as to what like smart NBA conversations are. So yeah, I would definitely put Thinking Basketball in there. Jimmy High Roller, did he really change how we talk about basketball for real? Did Jimmy do that? I don't think so. Did Jimmy do that? I don't think Jimmy did that. He makes really, really good videos, but in terms of changing NBA conversations, I don't really think he did that. I think Low as well. I mean, again, great. All of these names I'm about to name are great content creators, but in terms of changing how the conversation is, I don't know. I would just say Thinking Basketball at the very least. Outside of that, can't really name any more. For real.
If you're a woman and you hit 100 CCV on Twitch, you get a sub button and then 2 stalkers. And it like just comes with the package.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there's just, I've had multiple handfuls of stalkers. Like there's just always somebody. It just takes that one crazy person to just.
Streamers can't and won't cook for themselves.
Last thing you cooked, go. Be honest. Go. Last time and thing you cooked.
I cook myself dinner every single night.
You cooked last night? What was it?
Yes. 2 slices of Nature's Oats bread, 80 calories. 2 eggs, 140 calories.
Yo, streamers are fucking DoorDash merchants, bro. Yo, streamers are DoorDash merchants. Because a lot of us stream at night. I stream from like typically 1 to 4. Now I'm starting at 3. I'm probably going to stream till 7. But yeah, man, when I'm live, I can't take a break, you know? So if I can order Chipotle real quick, just go to the door, that takes 20 seconds and I'm back within a minute. My viewership doesn't drop from 1,000 to 500. It drops from like 1,000 to maybe 950. And I'll live with that. You know what I'm saying? You, Dom, and Sage were going dash for dash. Yeah, man. We were going dash for dash. I don't know if I said it on here, but I'm pretty sure I did. Say, y'all gas up my dash numbers a little bit too much, man. The number did not say it was since the last time I enrolled. That might be a lifetime thing. Sage's was like, do y'all know how much Sage's was? Do y'all know how much Sage's was? Hey, I'll just put it this way, bruh. Woo! It's closer to 5 digits than 0. It's closer to 10,000 than 0. That's all I say.
Calories. 1 slice of low-fat Tillamook medium sharp cheddar cheese, 70 calories.
Are you describing a sandwich?
Yes, I make myself breakfast every night.
Okay, you cook yourself a nice Sammy.
Admittedly, I used to cook a lot.
When was the last time you cooked?
Last time I cooked was probably a week ago. I did make a scrambled. I put some ham in there and cheese.
I chef up, similar to you, a breakfast wrap about 3-4 times a week.
Oh, that was so. Mine used to be a breakfast wrap. I changed it to a sandwich.
Admittedly, though, I do order a lot of food now. It's convenient. It's tastes better than what I can cook. It takes less time. I can multitask while I'm waiting for it. But I do tip really well.
Oh,
I do every time.
Same.
Streamers are destroying their bodies by sitting in front of a computer for 10 hours a day.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I would like when I started taking content creation seriously, I already took a sacrifice in terms of my health because of how much time I was editing, how much time I was writing scripts, how much time I was recording. When I started taking streaming for real, bro, it's just because of the live component, right? It's because of the live component and the fact that specifically on Twitch, when it comes to ValkyRae, when it comes to Hassan and Ludwig at a certain time, again, you get incentivized for streaming longer hours. For me, like if I wanted to work out at 2, I can't just stream at 1, stop at 2, go to the gym and stream again. Technically, I could, all right? But is that the most optimal way to go about it? It's not like a Twitter space where you can just stop and go. You know what I'm saying? It's you gotta be attentive for this X amount of hours. And when those X amount of hours are 10 straight hours at a time, that's not, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And thank God I got this fucking chair, bro. Thank God I got this chair, bro. Cause this chair, bro, before I got this chair, my back was hurting like shit after a podcast, after a 5-hour live stream. But once I got this Herman Miller M body, no cap, bro, the back pain went away. For real. The back pain went away. I used to have like pretty bad lower back problems after being on a desk for a long time. Now that shit is not even, this is not a paid ad, no nothing, man. That shit has went away real quick.
Have you ever sat in front of a computer for 10 hours a day?
Yeah.
When was the last time you've done that?
Okay, I guess it's a little better for me because I don't stream as many hours. I stream like 60-ish hours a month, but I'm in the best shape of my life physically. But I think that's because I'm
Because you stream 60 hours a month. I stream 60 hours a week.
Check this out.
No, not a good week.
All right.
60 hours minimum.
There was a time when I first started streaming. I worked 2 jobs and streamed every single night, every single day for like 9 hours
Same.
a day. I like lost feelings in my legs. And I realized
You
like
atrophied?
I literally was,
Bro.
and I also ate very unhealthy because I was poor at the time too. So I was like saving up a lot. And so I was just like, I also had like a spinal injury
Jesus
from
Christ.
a car crash. So I have a pinched nerve. And so I sitting down, like it made me realize like I can't live like this. Like I have to really focus on health. And that was like 8 years ago, long time ago. So yeah, I have to.
I think what makes it worse for me too, chat, and this is definitely a con of having multiple channels, is now I gotta manage multiple channels. Cause Agent talked about it when he talked about quitting playback on his stream. Like, yes, did he take a money hit? Probably. Cause let me tell y'all right now that the playback channel was making good money in its prime. Even after expenses, even after splitting that shit with Agent and Law, I don't know how they did the finances. They was making some good money at that time. But because of how much money he makes on the other platforms, he can take a hit financially, lessen the load on himself while still living a good, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still making a shit ton of money. He's still a millionaire and all that shit. I do want to get to that point. I do want to get to that point at some point where I'm not managing so many different channels. Maybe it's just an outsourcing problem. Because, like, on B-Soul's chat, I still do everything. I still do, for the NBA videos y'all see on that channel, I still do the recording. I still do the editing, which is minimal, but it's because of the fact that I can't really spend more time editing. But I still do that. I still do the editing. I do the titles and thumbnails. I do the scheduling. If I can get to a workflow where I just sit and record, I think everything will be manageable. But until I get to that point, bro, yeah, man. Not a lot of free time for real.
To balance health and streaming. Like, you have to do it, or else you can't do it. It's just, it feels horrible. You feel bad. You feel like you're falling apart, dying slowly, inside and out.
Something you mentioned, Ludwig.
Did I?
You did?
Okay.
Yeah. Streamers don't have a personal life.
Did I say that?
They have no time.
Oh.
You got no time.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're the one that's got no time.
I,
Dude, you both have no time.
I don't. Every day is a work day, I feel like. I feel like even when I'm not working, I'm thinking about the work that's coming up or the stuff that I have to do and preparing mentally for a lot of the stuff that I have to do.
You're both very different because you have no time because you're live sometimes 40% of the entire year, which is crazy because that doesn't even factor in sleep, which is another like 30% of the year, right?
What the
And then you
fuck?
are like a
Projects.
celebrity.
I
So
have,
like
like-
you're just like in London for a week,
Yeah.
or like Paris or Milan.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving next week for 2 weeks to go to Milan.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I called that
And-
shit.
yeah,
So you're just like a famous person who does, you got to do like a shoot somewhere.
Famous.
You're like an
It's
actually
just
famous
like-
person.
I get presented opportunities and I just try to say yes to everything, even if they make me very uncomfortable. For example, recording
Whoa.
a song, which I don't do music, but that's something that I've been doing in the past week. So it's just like,
That's a problematic rabbit hole to go down, Miss ValkyRae. Don't do that. Don't say yes to everything now.
these little projects that keep me really busy, but it's just, I don't know. I like being busy.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, I do
normal,
too.
right?
I'm also busy, but from a different perspective, which is just I have a company with 30 employees and I have a responsibility to make sure they don't lose their job.
you're freaking mogling, baby.
I'm mogling.
Yeah,
You're
it's like
mogling.
we have a team of people to, help them do them. Like I have editors and stuff. Like I have to keep busy. Yeah.
I don't think mine is specific to streaming necessarily, like yours is, or being a celebrity like yours is. Mine's just because I'm.
Why didn't you say I'm a celebrity?
Because you're not like she is.
That's weird. That's
Streamers won't have any skills after their streaming career ends, so they need to grind hours now to be able to retire.
This seems a little hurtful. It was hurtful.
that was a hurtful.
Ooh, you know what's crazy, chat? I think that question right there is why Hassan, it's why ValkyRae, it's the exact same reason. Let me say that again. I think that question right there is why ValkyRae said the question that she's, oh my God, I can't get it off, bro. That question right there is why ValkyRae said that she would stream until she's 80. Because I do think there's a fear factor when it comes to if you end today, what happens after? This is not like a regular job where if you get fired, there are going to be other companies trying to pick you up. If you end today, you better have stockpiled so much money in your prime that you can write off X amount of years until, hell, maybe you can even go back to college for the next 4 years. But you made so much money in your prime that you can legitimately chill for 4 years at a time until you get that certain skill and then you find that new job. Or you legitimately made so much money in your prime that you can retire early as shit. Or you made so much money in your prime that you invested your money properly so that when you stop streaming, you're not reliant on, you know what I'm saying, active income. For real. You know, or at least your money was invested into a different business that doesn't revolve you streaming. But I think for certain people, yeah, like if this shit ends tomorrow, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So they just try to pivot to just a different content platform. They try to go on TikTok Live and do those donation wars. Like, it gets scary. It gets scary. Because even if you have a degree, I have a computer science degree, chat. If like, knock on wood, if I fall off for real in 5 years, if I fall off for real in 5 years to the point where I need to quit and do something else. Yes, I have a degree, but when I apply and tell them that degree is from 2021, how much value is this 8-year-old degree really gonna hold? When in that time span, what was I doing? Being a content creator.
Thing to say.
feel like
I have a journalism degree and an English degree, so I could get a job as...
You can't spell and you're a bad journalist.
Wow.
I also have a degree.
In what?
It's a transfer degree, actually. So
Okay.
if I ever want to go back to college,
Hell yeah.
I have that under my belt. I do feel like streaming has given us some skill.
I disagree with that notion.
You think you have no? You're very good at talking. You yap away.
I will yap.
You
Yeah,
could
you're good at
do
yapping.
like what that Wolf of Wall Street guy does now.
It's just the same crimes that he did, but in crypto.
Oh, I was talking about go to colleges and campuses and speak.
Oh,
Be like a pro speaker, like what Casey Neistat does.
Oh, cool. No, I wouldn't. I don't like that.
I,
Speaker circuit stuff is lame. I'd go back to college though. I would get a PhD.
I will become a baker, and that is what I will do. So I will see you there, and those will be the skills that I have is baking bread.
I love that. That's very cute.
It'll be in my mountain.
No one is coming to your mountain.
Everyone's gonna come
I
to my
wanna go.
mountain. Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
but like
I wanna
you
see the
can't
bread
have
and
a
the
Oh, you get
reliable-
invited to my mountain. Congratulations.
so much.
Oh, we
I'll
ran
see
out
you
of
there.
invites. We ran out of invites.
Okay, moving on.
Not going to your mountain for bread.
We ran out of invites, so you can't even come.
So, Ludwig, we had your friend Aiden on here for a bisexuals episode, and
Aiden?
he said that your kiss was just fine. Is Ludwig a good kisser?
I gotta be honest. It's fine. It was fine.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
First off, I don't kiss men.
Yikes.
I feel like you've kissed a lot of
definitely
men.
kissed.
I've never
You've kissed me.
I've never kissed a
We've
dude.
kissed.
Respectfully, I've never kissed a dude.
We've kissed.
What? What is going on?
Okay, never done this, and so I don't know who Aiden's talking about. But all I have to say is one, he's a snake rat bitch.
Oh,
and
wow.
Two,
Oh,
I
wow.
went into the onsen with him, and let's just say he's not Jersey Drake.
That's
That
Wait, what did he say?
Okay, is one, he's a snake rat bitch, and two, I went into the onsen with him, and let's just say he's not Jersey Drake.
Oh, nah. If I'm other bro Ludwig, I'm throwing hands, bro. No way you just said that in front of... Hold on. No way you just said my penis is small on a platform with 7.6 million subscribers, bro. No way, bro. What the fuck?
that's
that
a violation.
hurt people.
We had one from Mork Crispy. The choice to become a streamer is inherently unethical. While streamers like Pokimane have capped maximum donations and streamers like ValkyRae and Ludwig give back to charity, streamers like Hassan prey on viewers who don't realize it's top of the hour ad break.
Oh my.
Bro,
That was a roller coaster.
you got
That
so
was a
baited.
That is literally my stream every day.
Holy
oh my god!
shit.
I just realized.
It is the top of the hour.
Oh my lord, jeez and Lord.
You were going through
mercy.
emotions there.
That was a roller
No,
coaster.
I
was like, where is
expected
this
it. I was just
assumption-
shocked that like they would
picked
choose
it.
that
Yeah.
as a comment.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I'm about to go hard on this guy.
Damn, Mork. Good job, Mork.
Yeah.
Get his ass. Mork? Get his ass.
He's
What,
in
did
the
you
room
write
with
that?
us.
Oh,
that's
okay.
funny.
Well,
That's
that
funny.
makes sense.
Hassan, you said a lot of people assume that you're like trying to hide your past and that you're not, like that's information you're trying to bury.
People would like dox my parents and stuff as a part of like their way to be like, oh dude, Hassan is comes from an affluent background. They're not rich now, but my dad was, and I talked about this quite a bit. And how it has influenced and shaped my worldview. Overall, I feel like people always like think this is a gotcha. Like they'll be like, you're a nepotism recipient. And I'm like, yeah, dog, I say it all the time. It is a part of what I try to describe to people that is like, look, I'm a very fortunate person and I recognize it. And I actually talk about it quite frequently. But for some weird reason, people will always be like, he's hiding that. It's the same energy as like people being like, Hassan hides that he's rich. It's like, no, I don't at all. How could I? My subscription numbers have been public for years.
You can do the math.
Yeah, you can do the math. It's pretty obvious. Like I'm not.
They're doing
People
the
think that it's a
two.
gotcha. It's not. It's something that I recognize. I recognize the privilege that I have all the time.
We're going to do a tier list of streamers who you think would be best to have with you to survive on a desert island. We're going to start off with Lily Pichu.
All right, this part of the video I truly don't care. Don't care about the streamer tier list, specifically from this regard. All right, let's go to the end.
You can survive really well.
Is there any other things y'all want to talk about? Any other assumptions?
I would say most of streaming is not this. I think we are in a very select few spots that exist of being a very big streamer, which we've gotten into through various paths of luck and
Yeah,
and
Yes.
we
whatsoever.
got very lucky. I feel like timing for certain things got us to where we are today. This is an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not normal.
7
It's-
million people go live every month, and like 50,000 are partners, and maybe 10,000 are able to do it full time. So you're
And like,
looking-
and even through that, you're thinking of when someone thinks of Twitch streaming or YouTube streaming, they're thinking of the top 100 people.
Yeah.
And that is not reflective of the 10,000 that you're
how many
mentioning
people
at all.
do stream. Nowadays, people try to get into streaming for money because they see like the top like 1%, like the life that we have is just, it's so lucky. Like it's very lucky. It's very rare to have like this kind of life. But I just really feel like if you want to get into streaming, truly do it as a hobby and for fun, and don't just quit your job just to like try streaming. For me, like I was working overtime for like 2 years before I like decided to fully commit to streaming. So it's just take your time with it, have fun, and if it works, then it works. But it's a very timely thing. It's been like years, decades for some of us. It's a long, long, long grind.
Okay, someone wanted all of y'all to stand up.
Yeah, no. That's W advice at the end, bro. W advice, and I completely agree. Do not quit your day job to become a streamer full-time when you don't have a platform already built. Work on that shit on the side. Spend as much time as you can on the side if you really want to do the shit. And when the numbers make sense, that's when you do the shit. That is when you go full-time. When you make enough money when you make enough money in content to fully replace the amount of money that you make with your regular day job, I would say that's probably the time to switch. But even then, it's like, if your regular day job is a minimum wage job, I would still be even more conservative than that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Great video. I ain't gonna lie. That's a fantastic video right there, man. Fantastic video.